Dennis Rodman, the self-appointed ambassador to genocidal jerks, went on CNN to defend heading to North Korea for the birthday of its bellicose butterball of a dictator. Behold, beholders.
No. I'm just saying, no, I don't give a what the, I don't give a rat's ass what the hell you think. I'm saying to you, look at these guys here. Look at them.
Yeah, but listen,
ain't no shield. I got it. Let me do this. Really, I'm gonna tell you one thing. People around the world, I'm gonna do one thing. You guy behind the mic right now, we are the guys here doing one thing. We have to go back to America and take the abuse. Do you have to take the abuse? Well, we gonna take it. Do you, sir? Let me know. Are you gonna take the abuse? We're gonna get it.
Wow, it's like a dictionary had a seizure. Now, maybe Rodman's a genius. Here he is assembling a team of NBA pros under the guise of diplomacy just to get close enough to assassinate the creep. It's like Valkyrie with a jump shot. I kid, Rodman's an ass. And another in a long line of Western pawns used to airbrush the deeds of our enemies. Whether it's Lillian Hellman, Jane Fonda, Walter Duranty, or Sean Penn, we rarely run out of totalitarian butt kissers desperately seeking recognition to disguise a defective intellect. And so North Korea may be flawed, but we are far worse. Remember Rodman, in a burst of adolescent relativism, said on Sunday TV that we have death camps too.
A great guy who puts 200,000 people in prison camps?
Well, you know, and guess what? It's amazing how we do the same thing here.
What do you expect from a guy who once dated Madonna? Look, Rodman will never see the real North Korea. The dead, the starving, the suffering. Worse, he won't even ask to see it because he's a wimp. After all, he's going there to celebrate his bud's birthday. Yeah, Rodman is the Marilyn Monroe to Kim Jong's JFK. This makes Rodman more than a patsy. To borrow from his own vocabulary, he's little Kim's little bitch.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble now.
What's he going to do? He can't find me. Oh, you mean from other people?
No,
Oh, they'll find you.
What did you make of his performance?
Oh, man.
Was he on drugs?
I don't even know what he said. Seriously, he had 25 UN interpreters. I don't even know what was going on with it. I was trying to listen. I was hoping that we were going to close caption it.
Yeah.
He sounded upset.
Yes.
That I am sure of. And he's just actually, I think, making a fool of himself at this point. This was worse than the last one.
Bob, do you think he really believes he's helping?
I can't imagine he could. I also don't know how he convinced these other guys to go with him, but I'll tell you one thing. Listening to him reminds me exactly what I sounded like when I was drinking and using Xanax to get through airplane rides. That boy was extremely loaded.
Yeah, he sounded that way. Eric, well, Jesse Jackson praised him.
Yeah, I believe me. I think he's burnt. I think he's completely burnt. I think it's all the years of the drugs and the abuse. Quick story. I was at a function one time, and he was there, and my wife was there, and she wanted to take a picture with him, so I'm taking the pictures. As I'm taking the picture of the two of them, he leans over to her and says, oh, that picture right there, he leans over and says, let's get out of here and go party. I'm taking the picture. He's nuts. He's crazy.
Did she do it?
No, Bob, she didn't do it.
She disappeared for an hour.
That would have been awesome if she did.
Yeah. Andrea, isn't there a way that we could just revoke his passport so he can't come home?
I don't want him to come home. I mean, I want him to stay there. But you know what? This is just the animated show, right? North Korea becoming nuclear. We're sitting here laughing. This is all going to be very funny until Kim Jong-un feeds Dennis Rodman to 30 dogs, like he did his uncle. Then I ask you, Greg, are we going to have to cover that story? No, it's going to be too sad when he dies because he fed him to...
What, right, Andrea? Because
I'm serious.
You can do it as one more thing.
So what about what he did? The guys that get killed?
His ex-girlfriend, his uncle, the supporters. Don't get on his bad side.